Okay, starting off today's vlog with some phone vlogging because I'm going to need my other camera right away to film a video. It's Monday. It's my second last day here before I leave for Calgary. I need to finish up my SpongeBob oil painting today. I was working on it yesterday as well. The colors are looking so much better, so much brighter. Whew. Pretty much all I have to do now is outlines on everything. And that sounds easy, but it's going to take me forever. And it's a very treacherous step because it's so hard to keep my hand steady, even with the rod. Even then, the rod only works for certain locations. It's just going to be a struggle. Doing outlines is probably my least favorite part of oil painting. But if I'm doing something really cartoony like this, I want the outlines. And honestly, I think it's less painful doing the black outlines compared to trying to keep the color lines clean. Like, I think I'd have to paint with a totally different style if I didn't want to do outlines. But it's a SpongeBob painting, so I'm going to do the outlines. I kind of want to keep the outline colors similar to how it is in the show. So, for example, around the yellow of SpongeBob, it's a dark yellow type of color. Around Patrick, he's outlined in pink, except his pants are outlined in black. Same as SpongeBob, pants outlined in black. I want to stick to that look. I've picked out a few movies from my collection to watch. Just this one, not this one. I need to watch Australia one of these days because I haven't actually seen it. But yes, these. I'm going to start with Napoleon Dynamite. Okay, it is hours later and I am going insane. I wanted to watch... Whoa, yellow on my face. Okay, I wanted to watch some movies. Like I showed you, I was going to watch those movies I laid out just to have it on the background while I paint. But my computer was not playing the DVDs and Blu-rays, even though it has a drive for it. And I forgot I've had this issue in the past. And it's a whole thing with Windows 10 too, but the problem is like the CD-ROM thing is not even in my device manager. Like, I'm following all these things online, how to get it to work. Nothing's working. I was even making changes to my registry. I was editing stuff in my BIOS. I screwed up my computer at one point to the point where it wouldn't boot because I opened up the computer to make sure that the CD drive was actually plugged into the motherboard and had power and everything. I mean, it had power because it would still like open and close and the lights would come on. But I wanted to make sure it was plugged into the motherboard. It was, but I tried plugging it into a different slot because there's like a whole row of slots. I was like, well, let's put it in a different one. Well, then my computer just would not boot, which was great. And played around with a bunch of other things. I don't know. I was going insane. And finally I was like, hey, I can't waste more time on this because I need to work on my painting. So I caved. I took the Cinderella Blu-ray. I used the digital download code that was inside of it and then watched it that way. And then I just moved on. Napoleon Dynamite wasn't on Netflix. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just find something else. So right now I'm watching Infinity War. I'm carrying on with the painting. Doing these skinny lines is driving me insane because my hand wobbles. And then I screw up like the white of the eye, and then I gotta try to add back in the white, but there's a fresh black line and it's moving into the white, and it's driving me crazy. But one good thing is I'm using these fire poker sticks. They're telescopic. I think it extends even further than I have it right now, but I'm using this as a maul stick to steady my hand, and oh my god, it's longer than the stick I was using before, so this is a godsend. But I haven't been filming any of the line art I've been doing, and I'm like, okay, I'm done a lot of it. I should at least film some of the line art process for the video. So I went to get the camera and set it all up, but I don't have the little plate that goes on the top of the tripod. That's the part that screws into the camera. It's a rule of mine that the plate either has to go back on the tripod or it goes into this little drawer I have here. Here I have a couple other plates for other tripods, but not for the tripod I need. So I've been turning this house inside out, trying to find this thing. It's nowhere. I even dug in my garbage twice. I've been looking in every room, and I just don't know what to do. I'm like, so done. Oh, yeah, well, you know what else would happen? Once I decided earlier I was just going to watch Cinderella and I was giving up on the CD thing, I went to just reposition my upper monitor, and the whole stand came off the wall. It looks like that, and now it's barely hanging on by hanging, or sitting on the Cintiq rather. But look, that was screwed into a stud. Like, why did that come out? I wasn't even being rough with it at all. I was just sliding the thing over and it just... I'm already stressed out because I feel like I don't have enough time to do everything I need to do. Mainly like editing the Squidward video. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can edit it on the go while I'm in Calgary, but I don't know. My schedule's already so tight for Calgary. Maybe I should just stay up all night tonight and like not go to bed, but then go to bed really early tomorrow. Because I cannot do what I usually do and stay up all night right before a trip because I'm driving. I need to sleep. But tonight I don't need to sleep. You know what I do need though? To film my video. But I can't use my tripod. And here's another thing. I came downstairs to look for the little plate clip thing, and I noticed the dryer was not running, and I thought, should it still be running? And I looked over at the dryer, and the dryer door was open. And 15 minutes had lapsed on the dry time, so it dried for 15 minutes, and then the door opened. And I asked Christian, I said, did you open the dryer door? And he said, no. So I don't know. Either the clothes popped the door open or something's going on. I keep coming down here because I vlogged in here, and I was like, Baylee, you vlogged in here before you started filming the Squidward video, not after. You guys, I looked behind this stupid Cintiq like 5 times. This is why I check the same places over and over again. Oh, and there's the white paint I was also looking for. What do you know? At least I can carry on. Okay, we're good. Okay, I can carry on, Kiki. Update, I downed an alcoholic beverage and ordered some Nando's. I'm gonna carry on with my night. This is one of the brushes from the Walmart pack I bought, and it is fan-freaking-tastic. I've been using it for all the outlines. Okay, it is now the next day. I successfully finished my painting last night, and today in my live stream, hi baby, I was pressing some buttons, mainly just prepping button files and printing off pages. So for example, not for example, I'm just, here you go. Here's my stack. There's no way I'll have time to press all of these. Really, this is just backup stuff in case a certain button is getting low. I'll have my button press with me and I can just press some new ones. Ideally, it would be one button design per sheet and then print off just like full sheets of the characters. I mean, the downside of that is they're in multiples of 24, which is excessive, but I just didn't have time to create all new sheets. So some of them are files I already have. Like I have a 50-50 sheet with 2 Waluigis, but other ones that are older sheets I designed are just kind of whack. I'm trying to find one of the whack ones. Oh, like this. Like, what is this? What is this disorganized mess here? It'll be a little chaotic at times, but you know, at least I have options. I pressed some of my newer designs, like I turned these 3 into button designs, and I was reordering, restructuring my bins because I had double slots for all my Kingdom Hearts ones just to fill the space, but I spread things out so that a lot of my original art ones aren't sharing slots, because before I would have 2 or 3 designs in the same slot, but now they each have their own slot, and I added the new ones in there, and yeah, and then the Kingdom Hearts ones are all in single slots now right there. So I pressed some of the original art ones towards the end of the stream, but that's where we're at. I have this here for spares that are already pressed, and then any other spares I need will have to be pressed at the convention or between convention days if there's time. After the stream, I photographed my SpongeBob painting, and it was a bit of a struggle, but I finally got a good enough picture and cleaned it all up in Photoshop for quite a while. I just tried my best to make it look as bright as the original, because the original is so saturated, so bright. But then when I converted to CMYK, it looked like garbage because we have to submit an RGB version and a CMYK version, and the RGB version looks so much better, so much more accurate to how the actual painting looks. I'm about to head out to the dollar store. I just need to grab some clear baggies for my buttons. I do have some, but I don't think it'll be enough. I'm a little nervous. I just want to get some more. Really, I should have picked them up the other day when I was at the dollar store grabbing those foam balls for my Squidward video, but I didn't think about it. But you know what, that's okay. I have to go out and get gas anyway, so it's not like it's way out of my way or anything. Okay, I am back. I got my gas and I went to the dollar store and superstore. So I got my little baggies from the dollar store. I also picked up some packing tape because we're just about out, including this one, which has a nifty holder, cutter, whatever that's called. I usually call it a gun, but usually those are the big ones with the handles. Some crispers. Some of the snacks could be for the road or for while I'm at Calgary. I don't know. I might still go to a grocery store once I get there. There's some Gatorades. These Java Monsters. Oh, I used to get those a lot back when I went to the Art Institute. I would get these from a vending machine in student housing. I love those. some bananas, probably one for tonight and then 2 for the road / Calgary. Then there's a lot of stuff I got for Christian's lunches that he packs for work, but I can also bring some of this stuff with me, like some cheese breadsticks. I can make a sandwich or 2. There's some meat and cheese here. Got beer sticks, cheese strings, these yogurts. I probably won't bring these. These are just for Christian. And I got a couple individually wrapped beer sticks, which I probably didn't really need to get because there are these ones, although these taste different. And I had to get some Peeps because I just needed to get some before they were gone off the shelves for the season. And then I got this thingy, which is from Dollarama, and I thought it could be a way to display my enamel pins. Even though it's kind of a flat display, I may or may not use this, but right now I have a stand that has a cork board thing on it, and I was pinning my enamel pins to that, even though it's way too big for the enamel pins because I only have 3 designs right now. I'm waiting on more to arrive, but for the con I only have 3. But since I won't have my huge pin board that normally has all my buttons on it, I thought I would use the enamel pin board for some of my most popular button designs and then put the enamel pins somewhere else. And this is 1 slot too wide, but I thought it'd be perfect for just stacking a few in here. They can stand upright and I don't know, it'd be cute. It's also something that can be set on a higher surface. If I had like a little wire cube or something, it could sit on top of it. Who knows? I don't plan on bringing my wire cubes though. I mean, they might be a good idea for hanging my tote bags. Oh my god, I'm not gonna have room for everything. I kind of regret not getting 2 tables, but initially I thought I would fly to Calgary for the con. Then I thought, no, I should drive. So I probably could have done 2 tables. But the other thing that makes me weary of 2 tables is if it's a traveling con, because I'm already paying for like travel and hotel and all that, and so a double table is pretty expensive, especially for these types of expos, like all the fan expo ones, because the single table cost me like $325 or something, so a double would be pricey. But for a 4-day convention, probably would have been worth it. I just hauled all my convention stuff upstairs, and now I'm taking the pins off this pin board because I might need these pins. And I'm taking a little break from conventions. Like, I think this Calgary one will be the last one of the year. But if and when I get back into things, I want to prioritize original art and not sell all the fan art stuff. So I don't know if I'll ever need a pin board this big ever again. Gotta make sure I close the pin backs. I'm just gonna put them all in one bag, and then at the convention, once all my button cases are out, I can sort them. All right, there they are. The board is empty. Other than that, I might snatch that. Thank you. Excuse me, Midna. Excuse me. Excuse me. Everything's slowly filling up, Kiki. I'm not bringing that second container. I was just transferring stuff from that one into this one, because this one has handles that snap the lid shut, whereas this one, the lid pops off all the time, so I don't want to bring that one. This container is getting pretty full. Prints are in here. This will be for clothes, toiletries, computer stuff, and I think that's mostly it. Like, I'm still grabbing the odd thing here and there, but that should be all like the physical things I'm bringing, in addition to the trolley right here, or the dolly, and my big banner, and then the backdrop stand that displays my prints. I am going to bring a few of these crates. I decided I'm just bringing 6, just in case I want to use them for something. So here are my printed maps and information. This one shows the whole Stampede grounds, and this big building here is where most of the convention stuff is, like vendors hall and celebrity guests, all that good stuff. But then the artist alley is in this little square one over here. So I'm really hoping we still get a lot of traffic because it's separate from all the bigger stuff. I mean, artist alley is a big part of these conventions, obviously, but I don't know, it just feels kind of weird being separate from that because the vendors are over there. So like, I don't know, I kind of like it when artist alley and vendors are together in the same building because people might think that's the only shopping or something. I don't know. I'm just a little bit nervous about it. And not only are we in a separate building, we're on the 2nd floor of that building. So that's probably going to mean even less traffic. The saving grace is that this is where admissions is, and there is a food court on the map. It looks pretty small. It might just be a few places to get food from, but you can get food in there, so hopefully that will also draw more people to that building. This is another one that just shows where docks are and stuff, where you can load stuff. I skipped a page here. So this is the BMO Center, which is the big one I showed you. So we've got all the vendors and things here. Celebrity guests, photo ops, more celebrity guests. There's a cosplay alley, community corporate, just like little booths here. I have no idea if anything goes on in this section, but yeah, there's that. I also don't know where the panels are. Maybe these? Arabian rooms, Palomino rooms. And then there are close-ups. So this section right here is what this map is. And then this is a close-up of all the other stuff. Yes, this is the artist alley. And I'm over in this area. That one right there, 6023. So kind of off to the side. I don't know. I hope there's lots of traffic. This is such a big convention that I'm sure it'll still be pretty busy for me compared to other conventions, like compared to the Vancouver ones. In the lower floor, it says food court. That looks pretty tiny, so it must just be a few things. I don't know. Admissions, gaming area. So hopefully if people come here for this stuff, they'll come upstairs to see the artist alley too. Anyway, I just have to scoop some cat poop and pack my clothes, and then I'm going to bed. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Ow. I keep forgetting my stitches are there. It's now the next day, and wow, this bow's a little crooked. I'm filming the Squidward video. I've just set up for it upstairs. Gotta pin this to my head somehow. God, that does not look like a beret at all.